it's Lauren here, and I am here to share something else that I learned from Katherine May's book, Wintering. So I had read about, she talked about something called the watch, and that historically we human beings never used to sleep straight 8-hour nights. And the fact of needing a solid 8 hours of sleep is actually a myth. That you do need benefit from 8 hours of sleep, but it does not have to be in one big chunk. So humans used to have two sleeps, have segmented sleep. And I read, so having seen that in her book, and then I, of course, Googled and looked for other articles and to learn a little bit more about segmented sleep. So what would happen is the sun would set and you'd have dusk, and people would go to sleep like an hour or two after dusk because, they're just working with candles or oil lamps or what have you, firelight, and you can't really do too much more in the dark. So they'd go to sleep. And they'd sleep for about 4 hours and wake up for an hour or two, which some people have called the watch. And during the watch, they'd go to the bathroom, they'd maybe pray, write a letter, light a candle, write a letter, do a little reading, talk to their partner, their family. There's some historical notes, letters, references that some people went out and visited neighbors during the watch in the middle of the night. I guess if you really love your neighbor. And just kind of spent it in quiet reflection, and it was a peaceful time. And then they'd fall back asleep again for another 3 or 4 hours. So still getting 8 hours of sleep altogether, but in segments. And there was a study done in the 1990s where people were people were part of a study where they were plunged into 14 hours of darkness every day for a month, kind of simulating, having the lack of electricity, and to see what their sleep patterns would be like. And after a couple weeks, they got back into what maybe is our natural sleep pattern of having a segmented sleep. And segmented sleep started to go away when street lamps improved and lighting in the home improved, and when coffee houses started to open up in like the early 1900s, and there was a nightlife of something to do at night other than just go to bed. So then with people going out and doing things, the ability to have this segmented sleep went away. So it kind of made me think, I often wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. and I know I feel frustrated, like, oh, how come I cannot sleep the whole night through? And I know I'm not the only one. And Katherine May, in her book Wintering, suggests maybe what we think of as insomnia is actually us, returning to our natural sleep pattern of a segmented sleep, and that's our watch. And maybe if we reframe our attitude about it and see it as, I have an hour of quiet solitude, reflection to spend doing something peaceful, and then I'll go back to sleep for my second sleep. Because second sleeps were normal. So maybe we don't have insomnia. Maybe we are just experiencing segmented sleep because that's how historically humans have always slept. So I kind of like the little reframe. It's something I'm going to try and do, to look at it that way rather than like a failure of getting through the night. And tell me what you think about it. Do you have segmented sleep as well? Or are you sleeping through the night? Katherine May, Wintering, very interesting book. Recommend it. And I hope you have a wonderful sleep tonight, no matter how you sleep. Thanks for watching.